Good afternoon, my dear students. Hope you are fine by the grace of Almighty. We are passing a very dangerous time due to pandemic COVID-19. But yet you have to do the visual activities, your studies. So I'm here before you today to help you out in this regard. I'm Iqbal Hussain, lecturer of English, Bandarbhan Cantonment Public School and College. Dear students, I hope you are utilizing our prior classes online on different topics. So I'm here today to conduct a class for you on your English second paper on topic compound sentences. This topic is a very interesting topic, and is in fact very easy and interesting. In this topic you will be given some sentences. Half of the sentences will be written and the later half of the sentence you have to write. You have to fill up the sentence, you have to complete the sentence, either using a single word or a phrase or a clause, depending on the structure of the particular sentence. For example, if I say Ayush, and if we know the rules, what is used after wish? For example, we know that if I need to use a be verb after the structure, we always need to use where for be verb for all persons, all number, because it is called unreal past. There's something unreal, that's not true, it's not real. For example, if you say, I wish I were a king, or I wish he were my friend, like that. Generally, we know that after he, we need to use was, but since it is an unreal past, we need to use were, because the action actually doesn't take place here. Just to think, imagine. In that way, there is some certain rules that you need to learn, and if you learn these rules, I think you'll understand how to complete sentences. So today here on the whiteboard behind me, you can see some rules here, and I would like to conduct another class on those rules, on some more important rules, and then I'd like to conduct some more, one or two more practice class on this topic. Then if you stay with me after this class, I think you'll understand better. So dear student, now let's see what's there for you. For example, you see this rules are here. As you see the topic of this sentence is this rule. After some verbs, remember after some verbs like accept, acknowledge, consider, define, describe, interpret, regard, treat, use, recognize. Remember, after this verb, if you find a sentence like I've written, for example, I accept Suhail, or I consider Suhail, I treat Suhail, I regard Suhail, then we need to use as plus noun. After this structure, you need to use as plus noun. For example, I accept Suhail as my friend. You see, here again, after this verb, any of this verb, if you find any sentence to complete, use this structure, as plus noun, non-complement. I consider Suhail, I take Suhail, I regard Suhail. Sorry. No, take, not take. If you take, I cannot use as. Remember that. If I use take, I have to use for. For example, I take Suhail for my friend. Important point to note. When I use verb take, I cannot use as. I have to use for. I take Suhail for my friend. But when I use other verbs here, I accept Suhail as my friend. Remember. So if you definitely learn these rules, you can easily complete the sentence there. Then, for example, you see here in the structure, had plus subject plus bt. If you see like this, had I seen him, had plus subject plus be3. had subject B3, had I seen him, then use perfect conditional. What is perfect conditional? In the conditional sentence like if, where there is if, for example, if you come, I'll be happy, there is a condition. I'll be happy, there the condition is if you come. So there are three conditionals like first condition, second condition, third conditional. So the last clause in the third conditional we use with subject clause would have put plus B3, that is called perfect conditional. So if you see an instruction like that, had I seen him, then perfect conditional, then you need to write a sentence, complete the sentence with perfect conditional. I would have helped him, like that. If you see anything like this structure, you fill up the sentence or complete the sentence using this past, this perfect conditional. Subject plus would plus B. Perfect conditional means subject plus would have plus B3 plus subject. This is called perfect conditional. So I think you know. In my next class, I will make it clear, further clear to you. Now here, after some verbs, we need to use to be plus adjective. After some verbs, we need to use, if you see any sentence with any of this verb like feel, suppose, imagine, report, discover, know, judge, assume, you have to use adjective to be plus adjective. For example, I know Hassan, to be honest. I can write here, as I have written here, after this verb, we need to use to be plus adjective. Then I know Hassan to be honest. You see, or he is known to be brilliant. He is known to be brilliant. Like this, but some verbs like consider, think, believe, declare, prove, etc. can either take to be or can be completed without to be. That means some sentences we can either use to be or we don't need to use to be. For example, we consider Hassan honest or to be honest. You see, either to be or without to be. After some, you see, no sooner had but were planned, hardly had but were planned, scarcely had but were planned, or before, sorry. If you see any sentences with any of the structure, remember, in this structure there are two sentences are joined together. Then each of the sentences is called clause. So first clause is in past perfect tense and the last clause is in past indefinite tense. So to complete, if you are given a sentence with the first clause to complete, you use past indefinite tense in the last clause, and if you are given a sentence to complete with the last clause, you use past perfect tense with the first clause. For example, no sooner had he seen me than he became happy. You see? Then he became happy. Or for example, if you are given the first clause here, the last clause, he became happy, then you write here. No sooner had he seen me, he became happy. I think it is clear to you. Now, you see, wish would that, after this verb, this structure, we use this structure to denote, to refer to indicate to something unreal, as I told you at the beginning of my class. The afternoon, if you use be verb, always use where for all subject, all number, for all persons. Maybe first or second or third person for singular plural model. For example, I wish I were a child, a king. Would that I were a king. Gives to something, indicates to, refers to something impossible, unreal. So dear student, by the time I think you have understood what complete sentences, what the topic is. So in the next class I would like to discuss in detail some more rules. So please stay with me so that you can understand your topic well. For further understanding, I would like to suggest you from your textbook from page 51 to 58, please go through the rules. There are so many interesting rules. I think you will understand it better. Dear students, I am at the end of my class. So thank you very much for watching this class. Thank you again. Allah Hafiz.